Hopefully this is working. Just testing out a new setup here in my Geek Corner today. So, I just came back from a huge walk out in the snow. Gorgeous day today, and yeah, hopefully just experimenting, geeking out a little bit this afternoon. Kind of a nice lazy day today, which is really nice. Oh, there we go. Just double checking this on my phone. Perfect. That's working great. So, yeah, just hanging out a little bit this afternoon. Like I said, chilling out. My son's at work. My daughter's spending a lazy day. My wife's relaxing. So, I just figured I'd hit the Geek Corner. Was building this morning. I was building the new miniatures from Fantasy Flight Games. Clone Wars box set. Whoops, as I just dropped my laptop. So I just kind of picked this up yesterday. Really excited to be getting into the Clone Wars version of Star Wars Legion. And so got all the clone troopers built this morning. Got Obi-Wan Kenobi built this morning. And now got Count Dooku built this morning as well. Kind of backwards here. I got my camera that's kind of showing my tables upside down. So, and I'm just going to kind of continue doing some building now of the droids. Now, the big difference with the droids compared to the clones is the clones all came in these little individual packages here, and you just kind of easily put them together. Whereas the droids come on sprues like this, so really like your old school modeling kits. And so this one here is for General Grievous, and then there's a couple of them in here. Two of them here are for your droidekas, your destroyer droids, and then each of the battle droids, Roger, two per sprue on here. So not too sure what. I'm really tempted to just start with General Grievous, but all these pieces are a little intimidating right now. So I think I'm going to just start with some basic battle droids first. And here in the instruction manual is all the kind of instructions, guidelines here on how to put them all together here. So just kind of slip that over there. Got some trusty clippers and X-Acto knife. Yeah, so just vegging, hanging out, relaxing. So hopefully everything is all good with you guys, and life is good, keeping safe, enjoying life. Crazy weather here today. We got like 30 centimeters of snow, which is absolutely nuts, but it's gorgeous out. So drink some hot chocolate at the same time. I'm going to see if my camera will tilt just a little bit more that way. And let me just go over here. Oops. Playing around with OBS as well. I played around with it a lot at work, but I haven't used it personally in a long time, so kind of just getting back into the swing of things here. So here we got these droids. All the pieces are labeled here. So this is B. So if I look at my instructions over here, this is droid number B, so I can see what he looks like. Okay, so this is just a regular battle droid trooper. So if we... Man, pieces are so small. Can't believe this. So we can snap them out there. Snap them out there. Snap them out there. Nice, good, sharp X-Acto knife. Ooh, makes all the difference in the world when you're doing this. We should have a little compartment to put them all in after I pop these off so that you don't lose any of them, because they're small. especially, I can't believe they put the head as 2 pieces. It's like, my goodness, like you can't see this here, but this little piece right here, it's like a speck. It's the back part of the head. And then you get the front part of the head here where the face is. Kind of over here. So that's B2, B6, B5, B4, B8, the backpack here. Kinda. That. And we got the body. Kind of hard to tell where you're actually supposed to cut on some of these pieces because they're so small. You're like, am I getting? You want to make sure you're not actually cutting somewhere where you need it to connect to the next piece. So let's see, what do I got here? I got the 2 legs, body, backpack, arm, head, arm. So that should be everything. Then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces left here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces there. So let's do the first one. Push back a little bit more here. Hey, how's it going? It's cool to see some of you joining in here. Appreciate you stopping by. I'm just kind of goofing off, hanging out today. So it's great to have you come by. Appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, I'm turning 50 this year, so my eyes, it's like, I actually bought for painting. Bought these magnifier lenses. They kind of magnify the size of these things like 3 times over, right? So if you put your character in behind here, you won't be able to see it, but it just magnifies it like crazy. So small. My trusty super glue here. So let's just kind of clean this off a little bit. And this is where you hope you don't open your thumb up. Now, how does it say here in the instructions? It doesn't really tell you a specific order to do it. Yeah. So yeah, pretty straightforward. So take the bottom part. That's the front. Is that the front or is that the back? My goodness, it's hard to tell the difference. Back. Back. I have no clue what's the front. I can't even tell which one's the front and which one's the back. The pieces are so small. Lean forward. Let me see if I can see this on the instructions here. Okay, it looks like the dot on the chest is the front. So the neck leans back. So they got a nice little posture there. So then that means the backpack goes on. Holy smokes, this is psychotic. How small these are. Okay, so got the legs. Got a leg piece in here. There's like these tiny little holes, so that it will fit in there. But holy smokes! I'm gonna need some stronger chocolate milk to get through this. One leg. Two legs. Oh, look at that. He's in some kind of funky little pose here. We got that. Then we get his arm. And these barely have anything to connect. do that, I'm gonna end up with super glue all over. Yeah, totally hear what you're saying, Terry. Going completely blind doing this and frustrating. See, and this is something that I do to relax. So we'll see exactly how relaxing this is. So if I do that, because this literally just kind of, the arms just sit there. They don't snap in place, but you don't want it to get hard yet because you actually have to connect the other arm to it. You can't just pose them where you want because the hand on the other one he's holding the blaster like this with two hands. So you got to glue the two shoulders on, and then you got to put them so that the hands are both holding the blaster. And if you glue one in and it gets hard, then the other arm might not reach. So, who designed this? I'm wondering if I should find some tweezers upstairs from my daughter's room so I can hold them with that. Save me getting glue all over me. See, because if I glue that on like that, and then that hand is supposed to go in like that, and then, oh my goodness, this is impossible. So, as you can see, the arm is now stuck on my thumb. Let's try it a little different way. If I glue the hands together onto the blaster first, get that on there like that, and then put a little dab of glue on this. Tiny little dab. And then, oh, it fell off. Figures. Yeah, this is not going to be relaxing in any way whatsoever. This is going to drive me nuts. This is going to... And what's funny is when I'm looking at these two armies of the clones and the battle droids, the one that I would actually like to collect is the battle droids because they look like they'd be more fun to paint. I've already painted a whole bunch of stormtroopers, and kind of just painting white and black is boring, whereas the color of the battle droids is a lot more interesting, and I just literally broke the blaster. I snapped it in half. I barely put any pressure on it. How did that happen? Wow. That is disappointing. Normally, I praise these guys all the time because I love the quality of their products, but this I got to admit is not simple, and I'm not overly impressed, sadly. Gotta go. Hey, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Hope all is well with you. Keep making those fun videos on TikTok too. I really enjoy them. See, this wouldn't be so bad if they didn't stick to my hands at the same time as sticking to each other. See, now the blaster, I don't know if you can see it, but the blaster's bent because I split it in half. And so how do you get this arm to be straight with this arm and this blaster? Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, I should have done a live stream of me building the clones this morning because people would have been a lot more encouraged to actually play the game because they went together super easy. I built like 15 of them in 10 minutes. It was super easy. Do, 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 do. This is way too much effort on one miniature. Yeah, see, now you stuck to my hand again. Jeepers. How the heck are you supposed to assemble these things? I watched a YouTube video on it last night, and the guy was like, just do, and he just put it all together, and it was done. Yeah, this one might be a damaged battle droid that I'm going to do. Maybe one that got his arm blasted off already. Wow, that's sad. And there's my little head pieces here. How does that go together? My goodness, you got to put the back of the skull on the front of the skull. Look how tiny this is. This is psychotic. Do, 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 do. Okay. Yeah, see, everything just ends up sticking to my fingers. And then when I try to pull the pieces apart, I can't. There we go. That's on there now. Oh, it's not straight though. Oh my goodness. Well, I thought this was going to be a lot more fun. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by, Miss Martin Muse. Great to see you here. I'm just kind of vegging out this afternoon, trying to attempt to build battle droids from Star Wars Legion, this new game that I picked up, but the pieces are so small and they're snapping in my hand. I didn't think I was a brute kind of guy, but I guess I got more power than I thought I had. Yeah, let me just plop the head on there. So you know the arms are falling off because they just keep breaking off. It's not enough for them to snap onto and hang on to. These are so delicate. Hope these don't get all like smashed up, you know, carrying them around when I go play games. Okay, so we got that. I gotta figure out which way the backpack goes. So which shoulder? So it's over. The shoulder's over his left shoulder. So that means that's the back. Okay. Absolutely crazy how small these pieces are, and that's why I'm grateful for some good reading glasses. It's so funny. I built probably about oh, no. I built like 6 clone troopers in the time that it's taken me to build just this one guy this morning. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's one. One. Hey, how's it going, 19K Fox? Great to have you here. Thanks for stopping by. Just kind of vegging out today, testing out a new computer setup here in my geek corner, which is basically my home office where I've been working from home for the past 10 months, attempting to build some miniatures here from Star Wars Legion. And these little tiny minuscule battle droids here are brutal to work for. I actually snapped the arm in half trying to do it. You know what? I'm just going to leave you there. Let the glue settle for you to dry. And then I will attempt. Just put you over there. You just stand there. Don't fall. Thank you very much. And then okay. Number 2. Let's see if I can do this. Oh. Okay, this is going to be a test of my patience, I think. I think this is going to be a lot more of a spiritual discipline than a relaxation time to see how patient I can be. Stay. All these other ones I built, they were super easy. Like when I built these clone troopers this morning, the legs just snapped on beautifully. The guns snapped on beautifully. Like these guys were they went together so great. And the details of them are amazing. I can't wait to paint these. But these battle droids coming on sprues like this, where the head is in 2 pieces. Like this is one of the pieces here for the back of the head. Absolutely nuts. So I think what I probably need to do is glue the arms together first and let them just sit. No, I don't know. Kind of tricky. I wonder if the instructions. Read the instructions, right? I guess I'm a guy. I don't always like to read the instructions. Assemble the miniatures with super glue. The separatist miniatures can also be assembled with plastic glue. What's the difference between super glue and plastic? Maybe the plastic glue would help them merge better. I do have plastic glue. Let's see if that works better. We'll try that this time. Can't be worse, right? Okay, good. It's not hard. And so what do I want to do? I want to start with, I want to get the body here. Body, backpack, arm, another arm. Where'd the other arm go? There he is with the blaster. It's weird that that blaster snapped in half because it's quite thick. It's not actually the thinnest part of the piece, so I figured the arm would have snapped long before the blaster would have. But hey, what do I know? That. A couple of legs. And then we get a head and kind of go from there. Yeah, the plastic glue might work a lot better because it actually kind of melts it a little bit and helps it to stick a little bit better. Man, I almost had a panic attack that that little piece of head shot out somewhere else. One of the things I love about the Marvel Crisis Protocol game, which is kind of on the shelf here behind me, like for example, this guy here, when I built Spider-Man. So Spider-Man here actually came with 3 heads. And I was wondering if the heads were each different, but they weren't. They were the exact same head because they're so small. The assumption is pew, you shoot it across the room and you lose it, and then you get really, really, really mad. So it would have been kind of cool if this one came with some secondary heads as well. So let's try the plastic glue, see if that makes a difference. This is looking like it's solid. Where's my pin? I have a pin here somewhere. Always keep your workstation clean and tidy so you can find things when you need them. Okay, it's coming out. Okay, we'll do the legs first. A bit of plastic glue on there. A little bit of plastic glue. Now the beauty of the legs, at least, is they snap in great. There's actually a little nook so that you know which direction the legs go in, because there's only one way they fit. And with my eyes, I can't see where it is. There it is. One leg. Whew, the plastic glue smells so much better. Hey, Stig, good to see you. You have a wrench. I have a wrench. See, the right tool for the right job. Always good. Hope you're keeping well there, Stig. There we go. Okay. See, that's the easy part, popping the legs on these things. Now, we get massively frustrated and angry with the arms because, again, what I was explaining before, the trooper is like this. He's holding a blaster, and so one arm has the gun attached to the model, and the other one goes from the shoulder to the wrist, and you have to connect the wrist to the blaster because the model of the hand's actually sculpted onto the blaster. So you've got to figure out how the hand connects to the blaster, and it's a little droid wrist. So it's like, okay, so it looks like it just snaps on, just glues into place like that, fits nicely that way. Okay, so let's try it this way. Move the knife so I don't cut myself. Put a dab of glue there. We'll put a dab of glue there. Put the one, whoops, without the blaster first. The plastic glue actually works a lot better because it doesn't stick to my skin the way the super glue does. So, got the super glue, I've got, basically my hands are covered in super glue now. But it doesn't stick quickly. You have to kind of hold it a little bit longer. A few hundred miniatures like this, pre-painted. Yeah, were those the, not the West End game, the Wizard of the Coast Star Wars miniatures? Is that the ones you're talking about? I had hundreds and hundreds of those as well. I actually just sold them last year when I was cleaning out a whole bunch of my junk from my hobby room that I didn't need anymore. Oops. Okay, way too much glue there, dude. I'm wearing my dirty pants, my work pants, so it's okay that I'm wiping my hands on my pants. Okay, so we get that. get the blaster to line up with the other wrist. Comme ça. There, I'll use my French today. We'll be multicultural. It's not really multicultural when you're bilingual. Oh, my goodness. Okay, that was significantly easier than the last one. So this glue definitely works a lot better. And kind of the beauty of this, I guess, is you can pose your battle droids a little bit more because they're not locked in. So yeah. If the Darth Bane figure gets glued to your finger, it'll be the rule of two thumbs. Yeah, exactly. What it feels like a little bit. Okay, now the fun. Let's try to glue this head again. Like you can't even see the piece. It looks like I'm holding like a piece of lint. But it's actually the head. Where you gotta glue the front of the face onto the back of the head. Oh my goodness. You know, like those of you that are joining me on the live stream today may actually see me lose it. And I don't lose it too often. My wife kind of jokes around with me, kind of been married for like over 20 years, and she goes, "You never lose it." And the running gag with my wife and kids is everyone's excited, just waiting for the day when I snap and see what happens when I lose it. Oh, it's sticking to my hand again here. These are the ones that you cast yourself. These ones here, no, these ones I didn't cast myself. These came with a game that I bought called Star Wars Legion. So it's a tabletop miniature game. If you're familiar with other miniature games like, yeah, RevCav's gonna get revved up. Yeah, start snapping. Okay, that worked a little bit better. And then finally we glue the backpack on. I just put my thumb in it. Again, wipe it on my jeans. My work jeans. It's all good. Pop that on there. Nice. We get a nice shiny base here. Scared to touch the arms and they fall off. And then glue those on here like that. Whew. There you go. Okay. Not so bad. We got 2 done. 2 out of 16, I think there is in the set. Did he just... Oh, I heard something fall and I panicked. I was like, no, don't fall. Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what? I think for kicks and giggles... so this sprue here... So this is General Grievous. There's actually 3 different ways you can build him. You can build him so that he's got one arm, a lightsaber, the other arm, the blaster. You know, the blaster that Obi-Wan ended up shooting him with. You can set him up that way with a cape. Or you can do with 2 lightsabers and the cape. Or you can do it kind of after the "Hello there, General Kenobi," after that scene where he takes the cape off and then he splits his arms, and you can do it with 4. Now, I've seen some people online who actually did it with the 4 arms and the cape. And that's kind of the look I like, because that actually reminds me of the old Clone Wars, the drawing animated show. Remember those little 7-minute episodes? I love that look of General Grievous in that. So I'm wondering if that would work. I'm just kind of looking at the pieces here. So this is, what's that? That's the chest. That's the body. These are the legs. These are the feet. That's the back of the head. Where's the front of the... Oh, there's the face. The cape comes in 2 parts. The part that hangs down and the part that sits over the shoulders. The body, the chest cavity is in 2 pieces. Okay, but then it's got a whole slew of other pieces. I think that's, yeah, like these shoulder pieces that if you do the forearms holding everything out, then you get that popping up like that. So, I don't know. Maybe I need more sugar, more hot chocolate. Which is cold now. Figures. Okay. So let's do... Or do I want to try a droideca? No, these look terrifying. So many pieces with this one too. It's like 2 sets of sprues for the droidecas here. Let's do General Grievous. Let's try it. But I am going to look at the instructions for them because, as you see, whoops, you can't see it with my light that's shining on them, but here's the 3 different ways that you can set them up. Set them up with the 2 lightsabers, lightsaber and a blaster, or the 4 lightsabers. But I want the 4 lightsabers, but with the cape. That's what I'm going to try to do, see if it will fit. Famous last words. I think I could. I've seen other people do it online. I've seen their pictures posted if they had it that way. So hopefully it's simple enough. So first things first, let's cut out the little tiny feet. One toe. 2. And there's always that fear when you cut it off and the little tiny piece goes, just goes shooting off in a completely different direction. So I try and hold them at the same time. Okay, so we have 2 feet. And then let's cut out the legs. Three little pieces there for the legs. Clean that up to fit. Okay. And then another leg. Okay. Now, I don't think there's a difference between the feet. They look exactly the same here. Big toes in the front, right? Yep. Okay, so let's glue those together so that they'll be good and solid for when I need them in place. One leg. Look at that, it already stands up. One leg. So hopefully you guys are keeping well, and Happy New Year to all of you. And it's been cool trying to connect with some of you guys and seeing some of the stuff that you're doing on your channels, and really appreciate all of you. Really do appreciate the whole community that's kind of come together and encourage one another and support one another. It's an awesome thing. Really, really, really love it. Okay, Bob the Builder taught me measure twice, cut once. I'm making sure I'm cutting in the right spot here. There we go. The last thing you want to realize is you cut a piece off that you actually need to connect something to. Because I'm assuming, yeah, see, there's these little nubbies that are sticking out of this piece, which are so hard to see. But that's probably what the arms are going to attach to. So you gotta make sure you don't mess that up. Star Wars books that I'm reading. I'm about a quarter of the way through Revan. So I'm reading Revan right now. And I'm waiting. So here's one of the things that I've been doing. Kind of funny. But with my collection now that I'm building here, I'm trying to keep them in really good condition. So I find the ones from my library, the local public library, and download them onto my e-reader. And so I'm waiting for a bunch to come in. The next one that I'm waiting to come in is Dawn of the Jedi, which I've never read that one before, and so I'm looking forward to checking that one out. So yeah, so I'm about a quarter of the way through Revan, and the next one I'm going to read after that will be, was it Dawn of the Jedi Into the Void? Yeah, that's the first one there. And then I also started reading another one just for kicks and giggles. Oh, I've been going through from OG Star Wars, and she's been quoting a whole bunch of things from the Revenge of the Sith book. So I've been kind of leafing through that one a little bit because honestly, I've never read that one either. So it's kind of cool to see some of the differences of that one compared to the movie, the book and the movie. So Dawn of the Jedi is a comic tie-in. You need to read the comics too. Oh, okay. I didn't. Yeah, I think I saw that. I can't remember if you had posted on Twitter that you had gotten a batch of those or not. But yeah, I remember. And actually, in the book, there's. This is kind of cool. In the book, there's the comic that's in there. There's a little mini preview of the comic that was there. So I thought that was kind of cool having that in there. It was neat because I got an Amazon gift card for Christmas, and I ordered a bunch of books, but not new. I got them secondhand through Amazon. So they were like $3 each, which was really cool. Well, $3 American, so $27 Canadian. I'm just kidding. It's not that bad. And most of them came without the Legends banner. I think so I ordered 7 books, and 3 of them came with the Legends banner, and 4 of them came without the banner. So it was kind of cool. I've been trying to collect as much as possible everything without the Legends banner, just because it's just what I wanted. Okay, the legs on General Grievous. I was kind of hoping that they would only go in one way, but they don't. They go in any way you want them. So we got to make sure he's going to be able to stand up. And let's make sure I'm actually putting the front as the front. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I haven't picked up, honestly, many of the comic books yet. I did get a bunch of graphic novels from a buddy of mine who was getting rid of a bunch of stuff in his collection, and so I got a bunch of the old Dark Horse comics. I haven't even honestly really looked at them. I kind of was running out of space on this shelf, so I have another bookcase over there where my fish tank is. So I've got them over there. Okay, front leg has got to go. One leg to go forward, one leg to go back. Here we go. It would have been nice if his legs would have snapped in place the way the battle droids do, so you know like how much the chest is supposed to lean forward here. Okay, we'll do that. It'll stand when I glue him to the base. Do we have room on the base here? Yeah, okay. So let's see about the cape and the arms to see if they'll all fit together, because I really want the 4 lightsaber option. Because it's just cool. that piece. Yeah, how about yourself, Stig? What are you reading right now? I wanted to read the one, the Thrawn doxology, not doxology, but the two books there from the Thrawn series. I've never read those ones either, but got distracted on the other stuff that I was reading, so. Sent you the link to this comic. Cool, appreciate it. I'll check that out after. Do have to be mindful of this time too, because I've got to pick up my my son is at work today. He works in the essential services of supporting rich people's hot tubs. So he works at a hot tub store while he's at in college studying computer graphic and design. So yeah, we kind of joke around that he does his part by keeping rich people home. Okay, so that is like that. Then this really has to go more forward. Eek. Okay. I'm gonna have to put more glue on now that I've moved it around so much. Hey, how's it going? Open airlock policy. Appreciate you stopping by for the support. Thank you so much. Just kind of goofing off. I honestly just kind of set this up because I was testing out a new setup on my home computer here, and I picked up the Clone Wars box set for Star Wars Legion, and so I'm just chilling out, building battle droid miniatures, and right now I'm building General Grievous, trying to figure out how the cape attaches to the rest of the body. Is there something else that goes underneath? So if I use two lightsabers and the cloak, part DSD10, maybe if I follow the instructions, RevCav, and then you can actually do it better. That's the cape. So that so that was the part of the cape. That was part of the cape. So DS and D10 are the capes. D13 and 17. D13. Holy smokes. Then where the heck is 13 and 17? There's 11. There's 8. It'd be nice if they put them in order too. 19, 16, 18. 12. D2. What's an arm? D8. 7. 20 and 21. What am I looking for? 13 and 16. I don't see a 13 and a 16. Oh, it's the arms. Duh. Okay. No, but I don't want those arms. I want to figure out how the heck the cloak goes on. It just sits on there, I guess. So I'm sitting here going... Will my cameras die? Kind of looks like my camera that's hanging overhead died here. Why would my camera die? That's so bizarre. Technology. You can do that, and you double up. No. There, back. It's so weird. Don't know why it froze like that. Okay, you know what? I'm actually pulling these legs off because they're in the way. So I need to figure out how the body goes on first to the cape. what? Let's separate the cape. Trial and error here. Might sell all your minis too. Yeah, you know, I did the same thing because I kind of did a big purge of all my hobby stuff. When did we do that? Maybe about 2 years ago. I kind of just did a big cleanup because I had so much stuff and so many games that I never played anymore. And we actually got rid of it all. And I had enough money to like pay for my son's first year of college. And my daughter was playing competitive soccer at the time, so I was able to pay her registration and her uniforms and all of that stuff just with some just with some money that I got from selling a bunch of miniatures. And so I got rid of the Star Wars role playing game because I was never playing that. Not the really old cool one, but the one from the new one from Fantasy Flight Games that they ended up discontinuing anyways. This doesn't even snap in there properly. So it's really gonna just sit on there like that. Okay. Yeah, so it was pretty cool to, not using this stuff. I'm a big believer in, man, instead of it just sitting there collecting dust, let it bless somebody else and let them use it. D20 Star Wars RPG books. Oh yeah, I remember those ones too. I never got into those ones. I had kind of stopped buying them by that point, but it was a great game. I love the D6 version of it, the first one that had come out. I thought that one was really good. There were some really bad modules. I know everyone kind of rants and raves about how amazing that game was, but there was some real garbage that came out in that game too. So, but it did kind of revitalize Star Wars in a number of ways because there wasn't a lot of Star Wars stuff coming out at that time. Popping out General Grievous's forearm configuration here, and these are really skinny, and I'm like praying I don't snap any of the lightsabers when I'm doing this. 3, and then where's the 4th one? Way over there. Okay, so let's do that. So I think what you gotta do is, you assemble the arm to arm first. So you take this. This is gonna go like that. Oh yeah, the D6 one had some trash. Absolutely. I remember one of the things that my buddy and I we laughed was the. You remember they had the all-terrain aquatic transport, and so it was an underwater AT-AT, which it had the head and the big giant body, and instead of the legs, it had these kind of pods to swim, and it's like the most crazy looking thing. It's like that thing would never ever ever be used under the water, and so we mocked that one a lot. Okay, now I gotta try to figure out which hand goes with which. I probably should have looked at what was what, because it says on the instructions which one goes with which. So here, this one clearly looks like it's going on the left on the inside. That looks like a left one. No, because it would have to be the opposite. So that's got to be there and there. Because that is going to plug into this. So basically, I'm trying to do the configuration of the two lightsabers. And make sure the hands look right. Oh, that's the wrong one. You can kind of tell by the model. No. No, it has to be that one. That go like that. Okay, let's try that. And then put a little glue on there. Yeah, how's it going, baby?
I was about to kiss you.
Oh, you can kiss me. You can kiss me on your live stream. I have no problem with that. I'm not shy. How's my wife? Cool. So the two lightsaber model does fit with the cape. I really wanted the cape because it's just awesome. I loved General Grievous. That opening scene of Revenge of the Sith, I loved that. I remember when just sitting there with one of my best friends, and actually I think my wife was there too. Were we married yet? Yes, we were married. And that opening sequence, and when General Grievous like jumped out the window, I just thought that was awesome. I really liked that a lot. Do that. And of course, get in there now on this one. Okay, I think I spoke too soon that this thing easily fits underneath the cape. Yep. Okay, pull the cape off for a second. Glue the arm on. He spaced himself. Exactly. Great pun. Yeah. Yeah, but I love that movie. Wasn't a lover of the prequel series by any means. Was actually quite disappointed with it. Only because I'd built that all up in my head so much more than what it actually was. Oh my goodness. Where you've been kind of waiting for these stories, and we'd heard stories about, or made stories up about the Clone Wars for decades, long before we ever saw anything about it, and made up stuff about Obi-Wan and Vader fighting in a volcano more than we ever saw it, before we ever saw it. So the prequel trilogy was pretty disappointing to me. But that opening scene of Revenge of the Sith was so great. Okay, so I've got 4 lightsabers glued on there now. Do I risk blowing that? I probably should, because then it will place the arms where they go. And then I can bend them around a little bit. And they fell off. So I just got to sit here and hold this for the next 20 minutes. And it's crazy. Yeah. So again, hope all of you are keeping really well and just enjoying life. And here in my part of the world, again, we are back under lockdown orders that just started again on Thursday. So we're under stay home orders, which is what it is. You know? So. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to monkey around with this guy anymore. I'm going to let that dry before I try to get the legs and the rest of it on there. So, but it looks pretty cool. Like you can see, I've got the 4 lightsabers on there. And so then the head will kind of just go into that hole there. Cape will glue onto the back of that. And then I'll snap the legs on last to make sure that it goes exactly where I want it to go. Just make sure, is that arm going to fit? Yep, that arm will fit with the cape going behind there. Maybe I'll, let's glue that cape on, because then it will give additional support to these arms in their place as well. Yeah, see, it's moved the arms around again. Stop touching it. Cool. Well, I'm going to let that dry. I got to go pick up my kid from work. Again, this was really just to test out this system. I want to start painting a little bit more and just kind of goofing off and hanging out with all of you here. So I really appreciate those of you who stopped by. It really means a lot to me. And yeah, I'm going to sign out. But it was great to hang out with you for a little bit this Saturday afternoon. And then until I see you all again, take care, everybody, and God bless you.